because we want to deliver more than you paid for, here's our bonus section for today. Remember, our motto is, if you change your fear of selling, you can change your life. So let's focus on the fear of selling and help you get past it. The top 20% of salespeople make 80% of the money. And the bottom 80% only make 20% of the money. And guess what? That bottom 20% of income, that's the new people. What's holding them back? Their fear of selling. Feeling afraid of selling? That idea of making a cold call, calling someone you don't know, calling a referral, showing up in an office and trying to persuade someone to give you their money. Or if you're working in retail, approaching a stranger and trying to start a conversation with them. If you're selling pharmaceuticals, imagine having to walk into a chain store and try to get them to, again, dip into their purse and give you money for what it is you're trying to sell. Let's see how we get past that. First of all, I think we just acknowledge the truth, and that is, new feels funny. No matter what you're doing, when you try something the first time, the first 10 times, the first 100 times, it feels funny. Susan Jeffers says, feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel the fear and do it anyway. So acknowledge that it's real. There is a 600-pound gorilla in the room. Acknowledge the gorilla and do it anyway. Dr. Martin Luther King said, faith is taking the first step, even when you can't see the staircase. Sheryl Sandberg said, what would you do if you weren't afraid? In other words, how would you sell differently if you weren't afraid? Remember Make It Till You Fake It from Mary Kay? This is very similar to that. What would you do if you weren't afraid? You act like you're not afraid. Be confident. You're proud. You're well-groomed. You're making a great sales call. You're proud of what you do. You're impressed with the quality of the products and service that your company offers. And you're very convicted that this is the right product to solve their problem. Remember, if you fall down, and you will, you get back up again. It's like learning to ice skate. I fell for 3 days, kept falling, but I kept getting up again. So disappointment, well, that's inevitable. But misery is optional. You see, you have a choice. Disappointment, that makes sense. You're going to have calls that you make, and guess what? In average sales situation, 2 out of 10 people will say yes. That means 8 out of 10 say no. So you need some thick skin in sales. You really do. And it's okay to be disappointed. Then use that to help fuel your next call. But you don't have to be miserable. But if you are over time, get a new career. So that's a wrap for this Adventures in Modern Selling. I'm Professor Tim Smith. See you next time.